What was that, Purple?
What?
What were you talking about?
Don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about
I'm
it,
a
man.
little worried. It was kind of worrying me a little bit what you were saying. It's like
Don't worry about it,
the
man.
grumblings of a madman right there.
The grumblings of the madman.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like to me.
Wait, what was that, Cripple?
Who's that? I don't know
Who
who
is that?
is.
What?
I don't know who that is. Who is that?
Carpal?
Yeah, who is that?
I don't know. Who is that?
I don't know, man.
Yeah, why is your name just C? dot
You tell
dot
me,
dot.
man.
I thought maybe I was having a bit. My name is just N dot dot dot. What the heck?
So
Yeah,
what you're
wow.
experiencing, not lad, is a thing called streamer mode that
No, 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 no,
OBS
no, no,
affects
no.
your Discord.
No, 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 no. My name is Narmonix, and you know this. Papa
Never will
Narmo.
be.
You,
Never will be.
you know. Hey, I've heard you
Okay.
guys say it a few times. It's
I am a
occasionally.
little bit concerned about my space.
What happened to my name?
Is hold on. So this is gonna be sub 2 hours. So I don't have to be that worried about space, but how much space do I have?
I got all
We
the
have
space in the world.
148 gigabytes of free space. Okay.
Is that going to be
This
enough?
is workable. Yeah.
My
easily.
videos come out to like 200 gigabytes because they're in 4K.
Well,
But-
that's because that you invest in 4K, which I mean,
do.
you really don't need it.
Worth it. Nah. The crispness
Yes, of course,
the videos
of course.
is
Totally
what draws
worth,
people
totally
in.
worth.
It
No
is.
gameplay.
You gotta be able to see my pores, man.
Discord and my audio. That's the only thing that we need. Yep. Where is my face cam? Where is my face cam? Do. There's my face cam. Let me get some lights on.
What
Do.
happened?
And do we want RGB? I will test it.
Always, yes.
It's done.
Can you do a specific color, or is it always going to just be changing color back there?
I can do a specific color, but I don't like doing specific colors because I like
Why not?
dynamics.
Do 2 colors at the same time, like my background. Red and blue, baby. That's where it's at.
I prefer dynamics. Alrighty, so
Dynamics.
here's what I'm gonna do. In addition to,
strobe lights, yeah.
okay, so right now we're having the yappening, right? The yappening is happening right now.
Uh-huh.
What do I do? COD blog. Google this.
How do
go
I
to
change
Black
my
Ops
name?
6.
I can't
What's
even-
the news with this dog shit video game? No, just kidding. With this
I don't know what to tell you.
mediocre video game that tries to capture our attention from time to time.
What the hell is streamer mode? Why am I in streamer mode?
There's a new map at some point.
I want this.
Yeah, I mean,
Hide personal information. That what? No, is that actually a good thing?
my high round game on Terminus, I'm sure that is dead by now. Like, I am fully confident that it is dead. It is gone.
By now, probably.
By now, it is
yes.
100% gone. And yeah, I don't think that I care about going back to it anytime soon.
No.
That strategy that I was using is boring as hell, but it is the most effective strategy for that map.
I went to high rounds recently, and I was bored out of my mind. I don't know.
So
It wasn't bad, but it was
I
like.
mean, to be fair,
too-
we
too
have
much
been
is too
trying to
much.
get you on that Destiny grind. So,
That is true. If only my Destiny would work.
bro,
I don't know
even
what the heck's wrong
Milo
with it.
has been desperate for content.
I saw
He's
that
been
too.
going for Destiny,
too.
bro.
Yeah. I
Bro,
just heard
you know
that.
what? The only thing that sucks though, and I know I'm sounding a little bit like, oh my god, you're one of those guys. But because I've been playing D2 for like 10 years,
Uh-huh.
pretty much, yeah, Milo does not read his chat nearly as much as he did for zombies when he plays D2, which, you know,
Okay.
he's a newbie, he's a new player, he's trying to absorb things and not like get things spoiled, but like,
Yeah.
ugh. He has not
What am I
been
doing wrong?
he has not been initiated in the Destiny community, and
He's really trying to promote it, though.
He's yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
I need you both to say something. No, it doesn't have to be
No.
at the same time, but
No.
okay. This is
No,
good.
I'm not going to. No. Cry about it.
Perfect.
Can this
Appreciate that.
Dude, my mouse is so disgusting. It has so much.
Okay,
So-
well that was a
Dude,
little odd,
my-
but appreciate it.
My mouse 4 and mouse 5 are like they're covered with like a border of I want to say dust.
Cheeto dust. Yeah,
But-
Cheeto dust. Yeah.
I don't know what the hell it is.
When your mouse is extra crusty.
Like I don't want to take apart my mouse and clean it because it's my mouse. But
I've taken mine apart many times.
I mean, I've
Just because I
taken mine
can.
apart, but
That's
like
pretty much it.
this looks like it. If I take it apart like this, it's gonna like. It's not coming back.
It's not gonna survive it. All right. Well, we about ready then? Get this going.
I don't know, man.
It's a very very mixed
Yeah,
feelings on that
I don't
one.
know either. Why are we here? Why
I
are
don't
we
know.
here this week?
I
What
don't
has
know about
compelled
you
us?
guys.
What has compelled us this week?
I swear, everything you guys say makes me more angry with time. I don't. Am I the only one who takes this seriously? Okay. I'm starting this whether you like it or not. What is up, everybody? It is us back, the Wundercast, us guys. Yeah, we're back. It's been so long. We know.
It
You're
has been a
upset.
bit, yeah.
We're upset. It's been so long, but we got it working, and we're here now. And who knows when you're going to see this video, but it might be a little delayed. But
Yep.
by the time this comes out,
No,
you will enjoy some older content here. But
I don't think
we,
I'm getting this out till at least Monday of next week. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
that's some positive thinking right there. But I hope you can, for your sake and mine. I'm gonna try my best to get that going, but none of my projects have been getting out that fast, so it's just been a pain in the
It's
half.
a busy time of year. It's the beginning of 2025.
Yep.
Well, we're in February now, so big
Yep.
jump from last episode.
Just a bit. And actually, we're getting close to having this month finished already, too. And get closer.
Damn
Closer to
right
the
we
end
are.
of
Well, yeah.
the month. Yeah, it's like a week still. We still got like a week to go. But yeah, months
How
are
was your
going by-
guys'
are going by.
Valentine's Day, by the way? How was your guys' Valentine's?
Rub it in, why don't you? Me, single as can be for many years. You
Okay.
had to rub it
Okay.
in, man. That's just.
I mean, did you spend time with family? You know, loving it up with the fam?
What?
I spent time in my lonely man cave
Damn.
by myself, stuffing my face with Cool Ranch Doritos. The great taste of Cool
I
Ranch
love
Doritos.
Cool Ranch Doritos.
Oh, I did
Okay.
do that.
Well, you know what? I'm also single, and I enjoyed my family time at home. It was great, and
Hey,
we
that's
had
good,
like
that's
we had a cookie pizza that was
Ooh,
A cookie
fresh
pizza? What the heck?
from a
Pizza?
family friends that works at a place. So
actually does sound pretty dope.
yeah, and it was like decorated for Valentine's Day and everything. I didn't
sick.
have it when it was fresh, unfortunately, but I did have it afterwards, maybe like the following day, so like the 15th, and it was still pretty good. It was still pretty good.
That does sound pretty good. A giant cookie. Like, I like that.
Yeah.
What
like,
about you,
like,
Carp?
in the physical shape of a pizza, the whole works and everything. But
That
it's
is a
like
first.
it's decorated like a cake, and it's yeah, it's a cookie.
But it tastes like pizza, though, right?
A
little bit of pepperoni mixed in there.
It was no, it's chocolate chips mixed in there actually.
And pepperoni, right? That's like a great combination right there. Hey, I was an odd child when I was growing up. I mixed some of the weirdest foods you could ever imagine. And I'm not going to lie to you, not many of them were that bad. Like, I did try pickles and ice cream in the past. I tried it. You know?
I don't think he's cooking.
He's kind of scaring me. I'm not even gonna
Yeah.
lie.
Yeah.
I am just this way. This is how God made me. You know?
Born this
yeah.
way.
I was born this way, yes. But what about you, Carpo? You do anything for Valentine's Day?
I did a lot of homework.
Oof.
Getting
was fun.
intimate
That's an
with
oof.
that pen and paper.
Yeah.
I appreciate the devotion, but man, that does not sound fun.
It was amazing.
Really?
Oh, was it?
that,
You actually
that
enjoyed doing
surprises
your
me.
homework?
I did not. But
Oh, okay. I mean, sometimes I do, but it's
okay.
Oh, you monster! No, I don't think I've ever really enjoyed homework much. It's like I enjoyed my teachers back in the day. I appreciated them. I had some fun teachers. I appreciated my fellow students, but I did not like the homework. Never did. I don't think I ever
whatever
will.
happens in
But,
school stays in school. Don't bring it home.
Exactly.
Don't want that. I don't want that invading my personal time. And
Yeah.
nowadays, it feels like more than ever that us gamers, we very much value our personal and our free time.
This
Very
is
much value.
true. I do agree. I actually lied earlier.
Oh.
I wasn't fully alone on Valentine's Day. I actually did go out with my mom. We went out, and
Hey.
it just so happens
Hey.
that day was a snowstorm. We got caught in
Oh.
the middle of it. We were out there, and it just started coming down and down and down. We got over a foot of snow or so, something like that. So it really did come down. So we were caught in it. We were driving so carefully, trying to be as cautious as we
Dang.
could, but otherwise we had a good time. We just went around, stopped at some stores, got some food, and I just enjoy spending time with my mom. So it was a nice time. So got to do some celebrating. I also have this tradition where I always get my grandma and my mom a small box of chocolates, just a heart-shaped box of chocolates. It's a tradition. I made that for every Valentine's Day. I always get them one. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it. So wasn't completely alone, but for most of it, I
Good.
was just not all of
Good.
it. So
Not
too
all
bad.
of it. Yeah,
But
good.
that brings me to the question: Do you guys actually like celebrate Valentine's Day like a holiday, especially being like you're on your own and you're not with somebody, like celebrating it just as like a holiday? Do you do that? For me, I've never actually really done a holiday. Like we never really did anything special on Valentine's Day. When I was a kid, maybe a
Yeah,
little bit, but
yeah. It was really only while growing up. Nowadays it's just like it's a day to put extra emphasis on love and care to the people that you are closest with.
See, I
Beyond
never
that,
looked at it like
I
that.
don't really celebrate it like that.
I
Yeah.
always saw it as like just the romantic holiday, not so much of just like a time to be with family and celebrate. I mean, I look at every other holiday like that, but never Valentine's Day.
Well,
So
I
I'm
mean,
really
if,
curious about
you know,
this. Like,
if you're single, then it's easier to spend time with just your family.
Oh, yeah,
Otherwise,
definitely.
it's pretty obvious who you spend a lot of the time with. You know what I mean?
yeah. My right hand.
Shout-
No,
shout out
not
to
going.
my-
Sorry, no, that was
Whoa,
Shout out to
bad.
my
No.
couples out there
I regret-
watching the
Sorry,
pod.
family friendly. I regret.
What you wouldn't go on a date with your significant other on Valentine's
I
Day?
don't think you heard
I
what
think,
he said.
I think he missed it, which I'm not
Oh.
repeating it. I'm not saying it
Oh.
again.
Do not repeat it.
I definitely missed it.
Good. That's
I
a good
definitely
thing.
missed it.
For your
Okay.
sanity and the sake of others, I will not repeat this. Yeah, anyways, yeah, what you were talking about, that's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought I was speaking facts, but
Yes, you were. Yes, you were, my man. Just keep going. But I'm gonna steer clear of this topic now. Anyways, I'm glad to hear you guys had a good Valentine's Day at least. Well, besides Carpal doing his homework, but
Yeah.
otherwise,
yeah.
glad it went okay. But I like that cookie idea. That sounded pretty sick. A cookie pizza. That is fascinating.
Yeah.
Like, I gotta try more different types of pizza too. We have a Papa Murphy's by us, and you can request to have all kinds of different pizzas made. And I've had dessert pizzas in the past, but there are just some odd things out there that I've always been curious about. Like, there's a hamburger pizza out there, and I'm really curious about that. I generally want to know if that's good or not. But who can really say? I don't know anybody who's actually had
Who
one of
knows?
those.
Yeah.
Also,
I wouldn't know.
pineapple on pizza, monsters. But that's a thing too, you know. So
I
there
can't
are
judge
some odd
because
combinations.
I have never tried, never had, hopefully never
You've
will.
never had it.
No.
I'm not a fan. I'm not a crazy person about sweets or anything sweet for that matter. I've always been more a salty person myself, and just
Yeah, you're super
I like
salty.
anything salty. That's more my thing. So just putting pineapples on a pizza just does not sound appealing to me. But that being
not
said,
fair
I
enough.
have tried like a barbecue pizza. It wasn't. I wasn't too crazy about it, but it wasn't half bad. So there is that too. Sorry, we're talking about pizzas. We got updates for the people here. We got stuff to talk about. We got Easter egg runs to talk about. Ladies and gentlemen, although this video is coming to you late, we're meaning to get this out a lot sooner to talk to you about the brand new map of The Tomb from Black Ops 6. And what are your guys' thoughts about it? What'd you think?
This might be a little bit difficult to
Mid
reach
as
back and try to remember, but
Mid. Oh, really?
You're asking about how the egg experience went on launch, or
let's start with let's just start with your thoughts on the new map itself. Just what did you think? Did you like it? Do you think it was a win from Treyarch putting this new map out? Did they do better than their previous maps, or was
Absolutely
this a downgrade?
Absolutely not.
I really like the setting, and that's pretty much it. That's where my praise for it ends.
Didn't like anything else?
There's really only one area of the map that I genuinely enjoy aesthetically and a little bit of the environments. Anything by the quick revive area. Every other part of the map, I dislike.
Really?
Every out of the map, yeah. Spawn it's open. We have a lot of open spawns. Feels like in like Liberty and Citadel already very open.
Yeah.
I do like that PhD is in Spawn. That's kind of nice.
That was nice too. Yeah.
But yeah, the
really?
Shoulders, if you will, or like the
shoulders,
arms,
knees, and toes
on the two sides to like go arounds. To me, they're not really interesting. They're like the definition of a man cave. One side is clearly inferior to the other, and then there's the dark ether, which yeah there is
really, you didn't even like that?
I want to be honest, I did not.
I appreciate the honesty, but this is honestly surprising me. I really thought your guys' opinion would be a little different.
The environment is just I mean, environment's not terrible. It's a small play space. Juggernog is in a very isolated location. The entrance to the boss fight is interesting. The arena is it's an arena. It's not Revelations.
That's so true.
It's an arena, but it's not Rev. You know.
All right.
The center is I think most of us probably would agree with this, right? Like the center is the most interesting part of the Dark Ether, like the Dark Ether.
Okay,
Nexus.
Dark Ether, yeah.
Yeah. Like you have the forge where you build the ice staff or upgrade it. You have the four
that
crystal
cool
pillars that are clearly inspired off of the mound from Origins that are interactable with the Easter egg that look kind of cool.
Yep. Kind of cool.
That's the peak. That's the peak of like, sure, you got your boxes for the blood ritual and you have some mushrooms for the flies that give you some loot. And you got the floating rocks for the free pack-a-punch and cryo. Like, that's cool, but
okay. Well, we'll get more into like the Easter egg part more in just a minute, but
yeah.
Well, tell me a little more about your thoughts, Carpo. Like, how did you feel about it too? You said mid earlier, so I want to hear a little more.
Okay. The best way I can describe it is it almost felt like they did not put enough time into it.
Okay.
And that they spent most of their resources seemingly on a single area is what it felt like to me. And the rest of the map felt kind of neglected.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay. I honestly, your guys' opinions honestly surprises me because my thoughts and opinions on it are very much different. I personally, this is my favorite map so far. I absolutely love this one.
Really?
I do. I truly do. It's like, although a lot of the other ones we've gotten before had a lot of great features, like Terminus had a unique feel, and I appreciate its environments and stuff. To me personally, it was a little too much with the water, but it was something new they were trying. But stuff like that. But this one for me just hit better than the rest. Like Citadel was cool, and I did appreciate the magical elements being brought in. This map seemed to bring all of that, though. It brought the magical aspects into the game. It brought cool environments for, like, first you're out in, like, this dig site where you're originally at. It's sunny. It's a whole different feel. And then you go inside. Then you're in, like, that, where that spot you're mentioning where Quick Revive is.
Yeah,
that
Quick
area
Revive.
there, you can go there, and it's like a temple area, almost much like Black Ops 4 maps. And
the Frozen Dawn on World War II a little, right? Like
I actually wasn't thinking about that one, but now that you mention it, yes.
You're on the same wavelength than me right now, right?
It does
You're
remind
thinking-
me of the Frozen Dawn, but it
Hell
doesn't
yeah.
have what I like about the Frozen Dawn.
Right.
Because the actual like design
No
and
ice.
layout of the
Yeah.
Frozen Dawn is not great.
But it does kind of
It does give me
have
the
that
vibe. Yeah, it has the
design
vibe.
Yeah.
Is that vibe, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
one of the biggest things that carries that area in like environment design wise for me. But yeah, I'm curious
I liked it. It's like you're in a whole different world when you go to that section, and also I don't know if you guys tried, but if you jump into the electricity, it respawns you back onto land, which I just thought it insta killed you when you jumped in there. But
electricity.
yeah, there's like some storm clouds in those spots in that area. You
were
can
calling
jump
them
into
electricity.
them and
Yeah. It like brings you down to half HP and it teleports you back up. I remember
that's kind of cool.
I remember jumping down into that and I was like, oh wait, am I just gonna
Easter egg
bleed
step,
out
yeah.
instantly? Am I having a die rise moment right now? Is that what's happening? And then the game gave me pity. It was like, nah,
yeah.
your character will just groan and you'll go to 50% HP. And I'm like, bro, where's the rift?
It's kind of cool though, because I was so terrified about walking off the side of that part of the map when we were doing our Easter egg runs and stuff.
Yeah.
But I'll mention more of that later. But still, it's like, as I was saying though, it's like that part was cool, and then every section that you go to had a different feel, but it was reminiscent of like Black Ops 4 with like the Roman kind of like that kind of time period, at least, which it ties the story and everything together, which I thought was cool because it's supposed to be like a continuance from like not only Origins but also like a Black Ops 4 style map, since we're going off from the Sentinel artifact, and it is our boss in the end in their Easter egg. So I like that.
God.
I actually
The
thought that was
final
neat.
boss is a mirror. I cannot.
We'll
wait
get
to
into
talk
that
about
one in a minute too. Yeah.
Can't wait.
But yeah, and then going into like the eighth or the dark aether area, and that just looks so cool. I got so many screenshots of that when I was making my videos. I like the gates too that you go through because they look cool with their different colors. Like I even made some custom art I put on my Discord with that, and I thought all those were really nice touches. They looked really nice. And I appreciate like some of the areas have nice big wide zones where I can just train zombies, and that's what I was doing recently. I was going high rounds in the tomb, and I was just that one. What is that one? Is that the Doppelgast room? I think that's the Doppelgast room. But I would just run rounds in that area over and over again, and just it was nice. I like they got these fairly large spaces. I can do that.
Is it the room with Speed Cola?
Yeah, yep, that's the one.
Okay, so yeah, that would be the Doppelgast statue room. Okay.
Yep. So yeah, I
usually
just go
like
rounds in that one.
sit by Stamina up actually. The Parasite room, like on the opposite side of the map. But that's interesting.
See, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. It's got some nice big open areas. You could just train zombies and just go rounds if you wanted to. And I like having that as an option. You could even do that in the Dark
Let's
Ether.
be honest. You're not training. You're camping your butt
I
off.
was training personally, but I guess it depends how you play it. Yeah.
I mean, if you're trying to get camos, that's fair. But I mean, especially, oh my God, do you guys remember? I mean, I'm sure you do, but like, do you guys remember like around launch when the ice staff was just completely
Garbage.
busted.
No.
Garbage. No, it was
Garbage. I have thoughts to share about you with this too.
Wonder weapon in zombies history.
It was garbage
Better
for
than
me,
the
and I will
Silverfire.
tell you why when we get to that point. But yeah, this has to do with my Easter egg run, so I'm not going to mention it just yet. But yeah, I have mixed feelings about the ice staff. But
Okay.
I did want to hear more from you guys. But first, starting off though, Easter eggs. What did you guys think of the Easter egg? The process of
Oh,
getting to the
God,
Easter
dude.
egg and the final boss and
I'm
stuff
gonna
like
let
that.
Carpal
What'd you think?
speak
Yeah.
his thoughts first. I'm gonna let Carpal.
Uh-huh. Go
Like-
for it.
Like, the entire thing was 4 lockdowns.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of it was just doing the ice staff. I don't
Yep.
even know what to say about that.
Technically,
So-
5 lockdowns.
5
but-
lockdowns, yeah.
So it sounds like you're not in favor of this particular Easter
I
egg.
remember when
Oh.
I uploaded my team's first completion, and just in text at the very beginning of the video, I described the Easter egg. Guys, it's 3 steps: build and upgrade the ice staff, do the 4 trials, boss fight, GG. That's that.
Yeah, I'm actually in agreement with you guys on that one because it
This
was
Easter egg
really
is
simple.
on
Like
level with Mob of the Dead.
yeah, it was just a few steps, and most of it. It seems like a lot of our maps, the biggest thing is just building your wonder weapon. If you get it out of the
Yeah.
box, that takes away almost the entire Easter egg.
Yeah.
Almost. It takes a huge part out of it, you know?
You know,
And
honestly,
don't
I
know
feel
how I
like
feel
the
about that.
part of the reason why I enjoy Citadel's egg progression and gameplay more, especially compared to Tomb, is just because that
Easter
the
egg
wonder
sets.
weapons are quest based. You have
Mhm.
to grind to get them.
Yeah.
I that's
Yeah,
the
if
thing. That's
anything,
the
that
thing.
one
When
has the
you-
strongest
when you
Easter egg,
put
I
a
think.
quest in a zombies map, you know,
Mm-hmm.
you want a reason to go for it other than just the weapon itself is good. You
Yeah,
know?
exactly.
And it's I mean, it's one thing to have Wonder Bar in this game now. It's another thing to provide that weapon in the box, let alone off the bat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why let's just think about this conceptually. Like, for example, on Liberty Falls, what if the jet gun didn't enter the box until you had built the jet gun, and then it was in the box for everyone? They could get it with a
Originally,
Wonder
I thought that's
Bar,
how it
or
worked,
they could
but
get it for the higher rounds. That's
Yeah.
how you initially thought it worked.
I did, because yeah, it was so hard to get it out of the box just as is.
Dude,
So
I
thought
kind of
so.
wish that it was like that. Almost
Yeah.
kind of wish that it was like that. I'm still on
Well,
the fence, but like
it still
I feel
is
like
kinda
that
fun,
it
but-
would be, yeah.
the problem is that they built it into the Easter egg. Now that you're required to have it for the Easter eggs and it's a big part of
Yeah.
it, if you just get out of the box, it takes away some of the fun of like progressing through the Easter eggs and stuff because you've already taken out a huge part of it and there's only a few steps left, you know, that
Right,
kind of thing.
and
But-
just removing that, just removing that from the box. I mean, I also want to think about this from like a speedrunning perspective. I have been trying to keep tabs with the BO6 speedrunning community. I've tried to dabble in it myself.
Mhm.
One of the things that is just so repulsive, so repulsive. I've only seen a few people really get into gum percent runs. I don't know if you guys know who it's Slack is, but he's
I
kind
don't
of a
think so.
new coming up and rising speedrunner in the BO6 scene, especially when it comes to gums.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure he has spent thousands of dollars on COD points specifically for gobble gums.
Haven't we
'cause,
all?
uh,
Actually, I've not
That
spent
man
anything
has
on Gobblegums.
way too many gums. But
Wow.
like when you're using
You know
a
how
Wonder
much
Bar
that
for a
costs,
gum
though?
percent speed run, like it's a 50-50 whether you get what you want or not. And that, like, imagine you're running like just imagine, because obviously Citadel's not like this because the Wonder weapons are not in the box.
Yeah.
Of all the maps in BO6, because we're definitely gonna have a super Easter egg, and if we don't, I think me and many people in the community are gonna be upset. Imagine you're doing a super Easter egg,
Mm-hmm.
right? A lot of zombies fans enjoy that gameplay experience, whether it be all in one go or whether it be over time. going through each of the maps and using gobblegums, regardless if you earn them, regardless if you spend money to have them, it's a 50-50 shot for you just to get the wonder weapon to speed up the map's progress.
Sure.
In my opinion, that's vastly different from, okay, now I can't build it off, or I can't get it off the bat, or I can guaranteed get it off the bat, right? It's this annoying middle grounds, which, like, yeah, at first I was like, yeah, the Wonder Bar is a great idea. I think that this would be awesome. This is a new thing
It almost
that
never
we kind
works,
of
though.
wanted in zombies, but
It sounded
like
cool.
that drawback is there's a 50-50, and a lot of the times
Not
it
even
doesn't
that,
feel like it.
I don't feel. It's like I almost never get the actual
Yeah.
wonder weapon besides a ray gun out of the
It
box.
never feels
It
like you
almost
actually
never
get it.
works. So
It's dumb.
yeah, no, I get the ray gun is a wonder weapon, but it just it always takes away when you get it, because you want to get the actual wonder weapon, and it's like it's such a letdown. But I wanted to go back just a second because you mentioned this, and this is just an interesting topic, but buying gobblegums from the store. I have not bought gobblegums at all, just because I don't feel it's worth it. The
With
cost
like
of COD
actual
points
out of
is
pocket
expensive.
money, same. I have not MBO6
and like they barely give you anything.
I
It's like,
am
there's
gonna
nothing.
wait until someone develops a tool similar to how they exist in Black Ops 3 for the
I'm gonna
gobblegums,
mod the heck out
Black
of it.
Ops 4 for the elixirs. I
Yeah.
think there's actually a tool for IW now. I'm not 100% certain on that though.
I
know that
have
there's
a
tool to
mod menu
generate
for
keys
IW,
over
but
time.
not
I've used that
that.
myself on PC. But like just to get the cards and the weapon variants straight up with an unlock tool, I think that those are being developed sooner.
But now that
yeah.
it's all
Actually, I think that
online
those
through
are
their online service, I don't even know if you can, because it probably regulates all that, and they probably have record of that kind
I
of
just
stuff.
hope
So
that it eventually does happen and we do get it, because that would make me feel like, okay, we've had time to let this game cook, and now we've opened the gateway so that anyone can really get into this.
yeah,
COD is in a position right now where fans and hardcore fans that want to support the game getting better, like, we're not. I feel like a decent amount of us don't want to support that right now, because it's just not in the most comfortable position. But you know, they keep pumping out their skins and their microtransactions, which small little deviation here. I don't know where the hell I can find this online, because I found this in my little Discord server for where we have our day one teams. Apparently there is a bundle in the store, in the COD shop, like in the COD HQ thing, for an Aetherella operator.
Oh,
you have to spend money.
I think I saw
as
that.
Aetherella.
Yeah.
And one of my boys just literally spoke the truth. Why is this not in the game?
Oh,
Why
exactly.
is this not the reward
You know what?
for
That's
completing
my
the
same
Liberty Falls
thoughts.
Easter egg?
Yeah.
Why? That would have been better than a Project Janus ray gun skin.
Did I see an Aetherella skin? I don't. For
Like,
some reason, that doesn't sound right to me, though. I don't think I
so,
ever did see
like,
one.
Dude, I don't care that COD is going to make the decision, because, oh my God, this is peak. We cooked on this art design. Let's make our player base pay for it because it's premium artwork.
Yeah.
You know, honestly, the zombie maps and experiences, those should be premium artworks. They should be premium. And since Cold War, zombie maps have become free.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like that the quality in zombies maps since they've gone free to play has gone down.
Well, I do have an interesting thing about that, especially since you guys don't like the Tomb. I think I know why it is the way it is. The Tomb, before it got released, before we got the DLC for the Tomb and everything, how we found out about this upcoming map is because this was originally a multiplayer map. It was set up to be just a multiplayer, and I think it still is. I don't even know if it was released as a multiplayer map, but it was a multiplayer map. It wasn't started as a zombie map, apparently. So That bugs
Yeah.
the heck out of me and made me so mad when I heard it, because once again, to me it feels lazy. It feels like you're just taking something from one class and just
the
throwing it
tomb
into
is
another,
the
saying
Liberty
it's
Falls
that,
with no with the laziness in it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And that
Yeah.
really just taints my vision of a map, and that's the only downside I had about the map. But I was still actually really impressed
Does the
with
tomb even
it. But
have an aura?
I think so. Like the whole Dark Aether area
That's
looks
fair.
super
That's
cool.
fair.
I love it.
You know
The
what?
colored gates.
I will concede on that point. I agree. It
The
does have a
area
bit of aura.
by
It does.
Quick Revive, my man. That's so. It has its. It's got its
Yeah,
cool
that is-
parts.
yeah.
You know,
That is
it's
the peak. That is the peak of the map.
And the dig site area is not bad. It could have been better. Yeah, there could have been more cool things going on there, but it's still not that bad. I kind of like it, but yeah, I feel it's got its ups. It definitely has a lot of ups to it. But
It has few ups. It definitely has few ups.
actually, speaking of this though, we touched base on Easter egg, but we didn't actually talk about side Easter eggs. What are you guys' thoughts on the side Easter eggs for this?
Honestly, I could not tell you a single one other than the free obviously other than
drops.
golden armor and the free frozen ammo mod.
Those are the only two you know of?
That is it. Oh, and the side Easter egg, or side
there's a free perk, which is the easiest free perk in zombies history. You just use a napalm burst weapon or throw Molotovs at 6 different fire dishes around Speed Cola. It's the easiest, freest, laziest side Easter egg of all time. It fits perfectly on a map like this.
There's also the wrench Easter egg, which that one I find most useful.
Yes.
So long as you're higher up in round.
The wrench Easter egg is the best wrench Easter egg in this game. I actually want to praise that for just a second, because unless if they eventually retroactively fix this in Liberty, or if it always worked like this in Liberty, I don't think it does. The round scaling for these ether tools is different on the Tomb versus Liberty. Whereas, Liberty, you have to reach round 10 to get a guaranteed blue and beyonds.
Yeah.
But on the Tomb, you get a blue sooner, and I think it's round 21 is the earliest where you can get that gold tool. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if that's a thing for Liberty. Yeah, no, I don't. So
I don't think so. No, it takes longer.
And it's so
for Liberty,
easy.
I'm pretty sure.
It's so easy to do because the game has a side Easter egg that you're gonna do to get cryo, or you use a wonder weapon to get it. It's the way you do it is it's a bit clever. It's very simple and easy, just like the free perk. Again, fits perfectly with the map. The reward from doing that side Easter egg is when they introduced the concept of a free ether tool Easter egg in this game, this is they have perfected this. I would love them to continue doing this specific way of handling the ether tool, because they have perfected it.
However, I'm going to make a side point here, just because you kind of made a mention, you started making a mention of it. So you were talking about the perk, the free perk that you get from lighting the fires. You were talking about how easy that was. And here, the wrench Easter egg is also really easy to procure. You just have to shoot the two like waterfalls on the side and freeze them. So personally, in this particular Easter egg, this particular map, its side Easter eggs all seem to be fairly easy, except for the golden armor Easter egg. That is the hardest one. But all of them seem really simple in comparison to the other maps we've had, where it's like all the side Easter eggs were not a simple thing. Most of them were pretty tedious, if I was to say. There might be some simple ones thrown in there, but usually they have many steps, or they're just really long to complete. And this one, to me, all of the side Easter eggs felt really easy. I was wondering if that bugged you guys at all, or if you like that and you would want to see more, or just the opposite.
I think that it would definitely add more depth to the map if they were as difficult, or if not even more difficult than the earlier maps. So I would definitely advocate for even more difficult things like that. But I mean,
Sure.
don't in some cases like the ether tool, don't change the reward because that scaling is perfect. In other
Yeah.
cases, make the reward better.
Yeah. What
Which
about you, Carpo?
yeah.
What do you think too?
Sorry, what is the question?
We're talking about
Like-
the side Easter eggs in the tomb.
Yeah, like, do you like
again,
that
I
they're
only
rewards, your thoughts on them being easier than the earlier maps in
Okay,
BO6 for the steps, and
Well, more.
would you like
Do
them
you
to
like
be the
that
same,
they're
easier, or harder?
easier, or that it's harder to procure? Do you like a side Easter egg that's easy or harder to procure? Like in this particular, in the tomb the tomb map, most of them are pretty easy except for the
Yeah.
golden armor Easter
yeah,
egg.
that's
So
the
I
question.
I
Do you
think
like
that's I think that's good design actually.
you like that?
Oh,
Okay.
Okay.
The golden armor, not.
Oh. Well, that
Oh.
one's really
I-
hard.
I
that
think-
one's really difficult.
I think the reward.
Okay. Yeah.
I think
It
the
matches
reward
the
matches the
difficulty.
challenge of it.
Reward's not worth it.
Okay,
Yeah.
this is exactly what I wanted to get to. See, for me, I feel like the reward has to be worth the
Yeah,
struggle
for
you
sure.
go through in
Yes,
procuring it.
100%.
Like-
100%. Yes.
For like the ether tool, I feel like I could do a little bit more and still be okay with it, but I do really like the way it is right now.
So just to be clear, you're saying that
Yeah.
the steps to get that gold tool, you would have
Yeah.
want there to be a little bit more because
Maybe
that's
just
such a
like
great reward.
More than because it is such a good reward, but you
Yeah.
do also have to
Yeah.
go many rounds before you get to like a gold aether tool,
which
so
isn't really a problem
it-
in this
it's
game
not too
because
bad, but-
timeout exists and
yeah,
well,
exactly.
I mean, if you're already using gobblegums, what am I saying? You just use hidden power. But
Well, that's
but yeah,
true, yeah.
rampage inducer. That's what I mean to say.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah,
I would
you
agree.
could make
I
it.
would
You could
100%
get it.
agree. For something like that, there should be something that the player needs to do a little bit more to get that reward.
Mhm.
Because otherwise else you're just giving a single player just
Yeah.
here's
it felt
gold
a little
rarity on
simple
round
just
21.
being that
You
like,
guys don't like the round
both-
30 plus experience? Here's a kickstart.
both
it was
waterfalls
very
are like so close
hand-holdy.
to you.
And some
Yeah,
players are
it's
gonna
just-
like that.
Yeah,
It's-
I appreciate a little bit of challenge for something like
Yes.
running around the map, hitting multiple things to get your item. Like that's usually okay. The thing I didn't like is when there's just an obscenely a ton of steps in multiple areas. You got to
Yep.
do this and this and this and this, and then it just gives you like
Just to get
I don't know, a perk or maybe just some salvage or something. It's like, it's not worth
Yeah.
it. A lot of our side Easter eggs, I feel so far, it's like, oh, that's cool, but in game, I don't think I'm really gonna do it. It's just like it's not gonna
digging
help
up
me
the
out.
graves in Liberty Falls. That's not worth it. The loot you
Yeah.
get from that is it's just completely not worth it. Yeah.
Doesn't have a lot.
I
So,
agree. I don't think
if
that
the
gold
reward is
plates are
good-
even worth it for high rounds. I don't think that the blood ritual is even worth it. The gold plate regeneration in this game is not the way that it was in MWZ. In my opinion, MWZ's was better.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah. So just kind of putting in a balance check of what I'm feeling. I think the Ether Tool Easter egg is too easy to do for too great of a reward. And I think that the rewards such as the gold plates, the challenge it's a pretty good challenge. The
Yeah.
reward, it's not enough. Those gold plates they're not worth, in my
You
opinion.
don't think it's enough for that one, huh?
I don't think it's
I
worth
haven't
it.
done that side Easter egg yet myself.
I
I've been
genuinely
wanting
don't
to.
think it's worth it.
We first stumbled across it thinking it was a part of the Easter egg.
Yeah,
But
the
it
whole community
wasn't.
thought that it was a red herring. I remember that.
Yeah.
The whole community thought it was a red herring, and it turned out, or no, the whole community thought that it was actually a step.
A
That's
step,
what,
yeah.
that's what I mean to say.
They
But
did get
it
stuck on
turned out
that
to be a
one
red
too.
herring.
Yeah. But actually, speaking of, I guess we might as well talk about it. What did you guys think of the Easter egg running? Like for the first in the world run, what'd you guys think? How did it go for you guys? Because I know all three of us went in and we did our runs.
We had a bit of an unfortunate situation.
What happened? to you?
Treyarch's fault entirely. Okay, so
Uh-oh.
basically we were
Might know
like
what it
seconds
is.
away from getting first in the world high staff. At least we're pretty sure.
Okay.
But apparently there's a problem with the map that if you're in the ice staff lockdown and you use a shock charge, it like instantly crashes your game.
Are you
So
serious? No, I didn't
yeah,
hear about that
and
actually.
apparently they tweeted about that like right before the map came out, and we didn't see that.
Oh,
So yeah,
oh, that
entirely Treyarch's
sucks.
fault. And then shortly after that, I had to go take care of something, so I had to step out for a bit. It was just like I
That's
think
rough.
I think it was still fun to sort of hunt with those guys, but the situation could have been a lot better.
A bit better.
Or I guess the
Sure.
circumstances could have been a lot better.
Yeah.
Okay.
My day one experience of the map, and I'm so glad that it happened on a map like this. Just because of my my retention of playing the map as much afterwards. I had personal issues
Mm.
that I do not want to disclose on this podcast right now. They're
No,
just
that's okay.
my personal
Yeah,
life
yeah,
issues
yeah. I
that got
gotcha.
in the way of the day one hunt. Negatively impacted my team. For my teammates who are watching this, I apologize. But
It was that
other than
Destiny 2
that,
running, wasn't it?
it's hunts like these where the steps are objectively just the easiest. There's some of the easiest steps. The only highlight, uh, besides maybe the boss fight, because boss fight it since has been nerfed. It's been made
Mm-hmm.
easier.
Yeah,
And
I
it
heard
was
about
really,
that.
really tricky before. But yeah, the only challenge was figuring out that first step to upgrade the ice staff.
Yeah.
Nobody could figure it out. Nobody could figure out
We got
what
stuck
caused
on it
it,
too. Yep.
and everybody was stuck on it. That was
Well,
the equalizer step for every team, just like the statue salute on Citadel was. That was I.
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
dude.
that
Like
was
I'm
such an
not gonna
obscure
remember the
step.
boss fight. I'm not gonna remember the mirror fight because it's a mirror. The boss fight's a mirror. I'm gonna remember
You mean
those
Sentinel
3
artifact, my man.
effing lanterns that I had to freeze within 10 seconds of each other because it took
Yeah.
40 minutes out of my life, if not more. Actually, it's probably like an hour and a half or 2 hours of my life away just for 10 seconds of time-gated steps.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
It is
was,
a really
I
it
do
is a
get you.
really bad. It's gonna make speed runs of that map absolute hell if you can't get a good lineup.
yeah.
That is
Well,
true.
no.
I actually
You know
did
what
learn
sucks
something
about the
about that.
speedruns? If you
What
don't
sucks?
take the right pathing with the fast travels, you'll get stuck in a spot, and the effing portal will be on cooldown.
Ugh.
Like,
Oh yeah, the
Damn.
what
the thing
the
that they
heck?
have a cooldown for the portals, I think is a little unnecessary.
They
I don't
shouldn't
know.
even have cooldowns
It
for.
doesn't need that. No, I don't know
Yeah.
what was the purpose of them doing that. If maybe there's like
Dude,
a loading thing or something.
Shadows
but
of
I don't
Evil
know.
doesn't have cooldowns on the rifts, and it still breaks the effing zombie spawns. But we're fine with that.
Yeah, it's okay.
Did we need that to be fixed on this map? Maybe I'd argue with if you have a
I don't know.
decent amount of things to do on the map that require souls.
Yeah.
Come to think of it, is there any step of the Easter egg that actually requires souls besides maybe the vermin lockdown?
Actually, all the
Uh,
lockdowns require souls of sorts. Well,
oh.
actually, the transferring of the orb one, that is
Oh
not
wait,
technically.
no. Yeah, no. All the lockdowns spawn the entities that
Yeah.
that actually like trigger for the thing. Yeah. So
yeah, exactly.
it's
So,
not
yeah.
like you're taking current zombies on the round and to optimize it, you're trying like on Shadows of Evil, you want to get 12 zombie souls to fill up your egg at a statue, and then if the round ends, you're gonna be slow. It's not like we have that, right? It's not
Yeah.
like that we have that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I think Treyarch might have actually intentionally refrained from doing such steps like that more and more so in modern zombies, just because that they know that it does slow down the gameplay, it does slow down the progress.
Yeah.
I think that it's a double-edged sword, but they have a valid point. It can and absolutely does slow down stuff. I mean,
sure.
have you played a co-op match of
I actually haven't,
Have
though,
you even
but
played a
besides
collab match
with
of
our-
Shadows recently with LFG people?
Oh, Shadows.
The number of
it's been
people
a
I'll
bit.
play with, they'll be like, bro, why are you here with me? Go to your own statue, bro. Go to your own. And it's like,
Bro, I hate
one, we're
casuals,
gonna
man.
have better spawns if we stick together.
Yeah.
And two, there is that. I'll be honest. There's a hint of selfishness in me. It's like, I know the soul box radius a little bit more than you.
You all
so,
suck and I'm the best.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
No, I get that.
But
I get that.
also,
I don't know. I
So
think
you gotta
I
spin
am
the
that
noobs,
kind of
man.
guy to get my souls first and then remain at the statue to let
Yes,
my teammates
yes,
get their souls.
yes.
I am that kind of person, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
I am.
you are a saint because no one else.
That is a nice gesture, but
does
most
that.
people have no idea what you're doing.
Exactly. They're like, bro, you already did yours. What are you doing here? Your Widow's Wine's gonna kill my zombie. And I'm like, you know what? If that happens, that's on you.
Yeah.
That's on you, bro.
I actually I
I'm
got
killing the
ahead
zombies.
of my
The
myself a
pixel,
little
the
bit.
end of the radius. If your ass is not doing that, hey brother, you ain't having as much fun. No, I'm just kidding.
I kind of got ahead of myself a little bit. I
I'm
jumped
being
over
elitist.
to
I need to calm down. I'm being
No,
elitist.
you're okay. I jumped ahead to our next topic before I finished. I didn't speak about the side Easter eggs. There are some, I don't know if you guys heard about it all, but first of all, the one I actually think was really cool is there is a jump scare Easter egg. I don't know if you guys heard about that one.
I did hear about it. I have no idea how it works.
I did
badly-
that on day one.
Did you actually?
It is honestly one of the best jump scares they've ever done, bro.
And
it
happens
comes out of
randomly
nowhere.
in-game.
Yeah,
Yeah. I thought
Actually
that
shit
was so
myself.
clever. That was such a cool thing. And yeah, I actually really wanted to, after I found out about it, I really wanted to invite you guys into just a game and have you be like, hey, could you look at that statue over there for a minute? I think it's part of an Easter egg stuff. And just have you guys get tricked by that. I thought that would have been so funny. But I just never found the time for that. Anyways, I actually thought that was so cool. And then on top of that, there is also an Easter egg where you can get hundreds of turned zombies to go out and kill whatever you want. That is an insane one. Also in the
and it gives
speed
you
cola
intel.
room.
I did.
Yeah,
hear
that one
about
too.
that.
Yeah, intel as well.
Yeah.
So that's another
Dude,
one.
I remember Ultimate Zenith posted that for World's First on YouTube. I remember seeing that. Carpal, did you see that?
no, but
Well, maybe
Unfortunately
not. Saw that
you're
guy
not
either.
subbed to him.
I saw
Unless
that
I'm
I am
wrong,
subbed to
which
him.
I'm pretty sure I'm not, because I didn't see anybody else post this until I think I saw like Dalek post this or Noah post this so freaking later. I remember seeing Ultimate Zenith's video on that. It was a short video. It was just showing that, but yeah. Shout out to you, Ultimate Zenith. Shout out to
good.
you. You were first in the world on that. Pretty sure.
Well, actually, the whole thing I'm working towards is I got really close to discovering a full side Easter egg, and we did it while we were doing our Easter egg run. I started noticing these green pots sitting around in the environment, and then I shot one of them, and I saw like this little yellow dust come out of it. It's like, there's no way that's just an environment thing. This
Yeah.
is the side Easter egg. So I started going around searching for all of them. I kind of thought maybe it might have a little something to do with the main Easter egg, but it started to not seem like that.
Nowadays,
I never found all the pots, but I later on found out that it's for like a free stim or a free
it's
revive.
for a free
So,
self-revive, yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah.
hey, I was
Dang,
first to
bro.
come across it.
You
I was so
almost
thrilled
discovered
about
that world's first. You
So-
almost did.
So
God
close.
dang it.
But I will tell you this, our team, we beat all the YouTubers, which is something that
yeah.
I'm so proud of. And we would
Everybody,
have gotten
all
first.
three of us, all three of our teams beat the biggest YouTubers.
Yeah.
dude,
I
we're like
have-
3 for 3 for that too.
I
Oh,
have
yeah.
to say this though, we would have actually gotten maybe first in the world if my team would have actually listened to me. I had figured out the step for the
shade.
lanterns, for freezing the lanterns. I was telling them, and I have the proof in my recording. I kept suggesting that we just keep shooting at the crystals and going through going through them and going through that whole run there. But no, they kept saying no. Dan disagreed with me, and the other teammates disagreed, and they were like, "Oh, we already did this. We did this. We're not gonna do that." I keep insisting, and then they just kept saying no. So I did it myself, and I completed the step. So that's how we got past that step. I actually got I got all 3 dark. And then we moved on to the next step after that.
Damn.
So we would have gotten a little sooner if they just would have listened to me. I'm just saying, but I'm still super proud of our group. We did an awesome run. We got a really we got a really good time. We kept playing. We never stopped that. We did it all in just one run. We didn't have to really restart or anything. We had some trouble starting off. My game didn't want to download the update. And then also Sleep, couldn't launch his game because he had an AMD graphics card. And apparently there's an issue where the game will not launch on an AMD graphics card right in the beginning there. So what a mess.
I saw a tweet from Treyarch or someone saying something about that being an issue, yeah.
Yeah, it sucked. He could not get into it until he changed something in the game or did a fix of some sort. So, yeah. But yeah, after that,
I don't know how much sense this would make, but from my personal experience, it was that one toggleable feature. All of us here are playing Black Ops 6 on PC, right? Or am I wrong?
I am on console still.
Okay, Carpal's on Xbox. Nala, you and I are both on PC, right?
It is Papa Narmo, and yes, I'm on PC,
sorry.
Xbox Game Pass, but yes.
Yeah. So you're pretty much in the same boat as me. You know that one setting in the quality tab where it is a toggle? It's not in the encoder. It's a toggle for the AMD FSR3. You know what I'm talking about?
I might have seen it, yeah.
The frame generator?
I think so. Yeah, actually, that's a function for AMD graphic cards.
I know it sounds weird because if it's AMD, you would think it's compatible with AMD. I've been using that setting ever since I learned about it to make more frames for my game. I have been playing BO4 smoothly on 144 FPS because I added in a third-party piece of software to cap my frames because otherwise else it would go up to like 300, which my monitor can't support. But
okay.
I was getting very consistent performance.
You have an AMD graphics card?
I don't know if that was causing issues for AMD people, but maybe it was. I don't know.
But you don't have an AMD graphics card. You got a NVIDIA, don't you?
I have an NVIDIA. Yeah.
Oh, really? So it still lets you use it. Oh, that's fascinating.
It's compatible with any GPU. I remember watching the premiere video. I think it was 1 full week after the Tombs launch. I just found the video recommended to me on YouTube and I watched it, saw that AMD announced that they were making this this feature accessible in as many games as possible, where it just makes frames and it's just better than DLSS on NVIDIA. It is better. It is miles better. Like NVIDIA, you guys, they're giants. AMD in the frame generation department has absolutely kicked their asses. If you run BO6 normally, you're not getting better than like 70 frames or something, or 80 frames if you just leave the game in its normal state. You have to optimize this stuff.
Yeah.
Or in other cases, you just you flick on that setting and then you have too many frames and you don't know what to do with. So you
that's good to know. I might look into doing that myself. Though, in my opinion. Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. I didn't even know I could do that. I might have to give that a shot. My game runs pretty good. My system's pretty beefy, but if I'm recording or something at the same time, it stutters a little bit. So that might actually improve things a little.
That's where you would want to manage the VRAM percentage. For me personally, because I have I think it's a 12 gigabyte VRAM.
Yeah.
I think it's 12. Yeah, I think I have a 12. I go on 80%.
Okay.
of
Now
it
I'll
using
just
up
turn down
the
like my
VRAM.
render resolution to 1, and then you just got all these blocks walking around on your screen. Perfect. That's all I need, man.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
But I do have to make a note of something. I want to make this clear because I feel like my statement might be taken a little bit incorrectly, though.
Oh.
When I say we completed our Easter egg, well, not completed, but we solved the Easter egg in one run, I do mean that we solved it. We figured it all out, but we weren't able to complete it in our first run.
I
It took us
understand.
2 times
Okay.
because
So
we
it
didn't know
technically
you
was
had to
2
shoot the
games.
main Sentinel artifact when
It
it
was
came
technically
together.
2 games. Okay.
We didn't know
Okay.
that. Yeah, actually 3. We
It
did a
was-
second
oh.
attempt, and we didn't know why shooting at the artifacts wasn't working. We didn't know you were supposed to shoot as soon as it gets into like into the wall, and there's just one artifact.
So you guys
we thought
did it
there
in
was something
3
else we needed to
games.
focus on.
Gotcha.
It wiped us
gotcha.
out twice, and we had no idea why it was wiping us out.
I
We thought
see.
we were shooting everything correctly. One time we thought we needed to clear out all the zombies in the environment, and that is the solution. The other time was just I don't know. I think we were just trying to shoot at all the artifacts but doing no damage to them. So we had no idea what was what was the next step there. So just that part took a while, but everything else, all the steps up to the Easter egg, we figured out in our first run. So that was pretty good. But yeah, I just want to make that a little clear.
Yeah, I think for me, our team were in a very slow and long game. We made it to the boss fight our first game. We took breaks, obviously, to try to figure stuff out. You know that team pause feature? We definitely used that they
Oh,
had
did you?
just
Okay.
added for the tomb. They just added that to zombies
I
in
think
this
we
game.
did that a couple times. Yeah.
But yeah, so we made it. I think it was round 26 or 27, pretty early actually, when we made it into the boss fight our first game.
Oh, nice.
We died. I don't even know how my teammates died. I had a personal thing that took me away from my setup, so
Okay.
it might
Were
have
you
been
guys caught by
it
the
might have
wipe
been my
attack?
fault
Was that it?
while we didn't get it done. But
Okay.
we got it done the very next run after that, which was probably an hour after that attempt because of personal things for me. Anyway,
Okay.
but
Okay.
yeah.
Was it the wipe attack that got you the first
loaded the
time, or-
map twice, if I remember correctly, twice before I got my first completion on the day one.
Okay. Did you guys get wiped that first time? Is that what happened to you guys? Like that wipe attack?
The wipe attack from Final Stand?
Yeah, if say like you don't do
No.
enough damage on that
There's no
last
way we even got
artifact.
that far. I can't say
Oh, you
for
hadn't gotten
sure,
that far. Okay.
but I'm pretty confident we did not get that far.
Oh, okay.
I might
okay.
be wrong. My teammates might be pissed off right now, being like, we did actually, but when
Okay.
I went to go do it with them, and at the time I was trying to, like, as I was spectating, because I was also eating my dinner at the time, and I was like hopping between VCs. Nobody knew about the final stands mechanic. I knew about it because I had been watching sources that did have that information, and I shared it with everyone. So
Sure,
they must
yeah.
have not known about it, actually. Never mind. I take my apology back. You guys didn't know about it. I provided it. I just now remembered it.
I take my apology back, and you all suck. Yeah, no. The first time that we got hit by the wipe attack, there was no animation for the wipe attack. My character just fell over.
A purple bubble.
We had no idea why we just died. It was so unclear. We thought we had time. We thought there was going to be an obvious next step after it went into the wall or something, but we were wrong on that. All of our characters just fall over, and we just didn't know why. Yeah, I had no animation of a wipe or anything. The second time, we actually got the wipe animation so we could see what was going on, but we still didn't know what was the proper thing to shoot. And yeah, so it took a few attempts, but once we had learned the Easter egg, it was so easy to get back to that point, though. It was so fast. We knew exactly what to do. We did the steps, and the second time, I think we even got the ice staff right out of the box. So it saved us a lot of extra steps. and yeah, just sped right through it. So it was really easy once we knew what to do. But yeah, it's just that final attack that didn't make as much sense to us until I think maybe it was you, Wistful. You mentioned shooting the artifact when you came into to talk with us. Somebody had mentioned like shooting the actual artifact in the wall as like
yeah, that was me. That was definitely
actually
me.
might have to try that. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That was
we
definitely
after
me.
that we pretty much locked in and we did it. But yeah, it got really easy after that, and once we all learned it, then it kind of seemed like the Easter eggs just a little overly simple. I don't know. It would have been nice if it was a little more
Just
to it.
a little overly simple.
But the Sentinel artifact being the boss, we didn't actually touch on that just yet. What is your thoughts on that one?
Like,
Mirror on the wall.
like
it's
a mirror.
Yes,
My
but it's like a
thoughts
badass
exactly.
mirror, you know.
Need me say more? It's a badass mirror.
I mean,
I'm
we
gonna
went from
keep
like
it a buck.
Stone Golem
That
and
cutscene from
Kraken.
MWZ, I would prefer to fight that mirror than the mirror we fought in the tomb. Okay,
I'm not familiar with that one, but okay. I got you.
gotta watch the cutscene, my guy.
I guess I do.
We would have been fighting the Shadow Man's shadow through the mirror, bro. It would have been a hype.
Oh,
boss
that
fight.
cutscene you're talking. I'm sorry, I do know what you're talking
It would
about.
have been hype.
Yeah,
It
actually,
would
that
have
would
been
have
so
actually been
much
kind of
better
cool.
than the Sentinel artifact.
I will admit though, it was a challenge, especially like with 4 people going in. And this is also another thing I want to talk about in one of the fixes that Treyarch just did recently. But they ended up fixing the amount of zombies and creatures spawning in during a 4-team run of the Easter egg. They
That's
addressed
what they
that
did to
because
nerf it.
it's a lot harder if you go in with 4 people than if you go solo. I've been hearing this from all the famous YouTubers and stuff, and just other people that have played. If you
This
go in
map
solo,
On
so
launch,
different.
has the Spaceland treatment from IW. It kind of has
Yeah.
the Spaceland treatment. Yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just it's it did need some adjusting. I will say that because it was rough for all 4 of us going in. It was tricky. Like there's a lot of things, especially like boss zombies coming in. We had so many like what is it? The amalgams. The amalgams were the worst. There's just so many amalgams, and they were tanky as all heck. So dealing with them, we just kind of either had to avoid them, use a bunch of gobblegums that would either keep them timed out or whatever.
Right.
But
Which
yeah, we really needed to play well, but we did it. We got it in the end. It's
I'm
just
actually kind of glad it was like that at the
yeah.
start.
Did you like the chaos of that?
So
I didn't say I didn't like it. It's just rough. That's all I'm saying.
Hear me out. And I don't know if you guys have been watching Evan F 1997, because I'm sure he shares some of these thoughts.
No,
When a brand new zombies map comes out, I think it would be really fun and really interesting for the map to start off really challenging, kind of like a contesty vibe, and then it eventually gets easier over time, just to like actually have you use gobblegums. I feel like that there's no incentive to use gobblegums when you play this game casually. There just isn't a reason to use them. But when a new map comes out, people are going to want to use them to be the most efficient that they can for day ones. Make us
I don't know if
them.
I agree, actually.
Okay.
Because
okay.
I don't know. It's like, say for instance, we worked like our team worked hard to get into beating that, and then say later on Treyarch then turns down the difficulty of it, and now other people are getting it, and they go in and saying like, oh, that was super easy to complete. You know? I don't know why you guys are complaining so much. It was so easy. It's like it takes away from the people that tried their hardest to complete it in the first place. You know, it's like I think when a map's released, its difficulty should stay the same. I don't know. That's just me.
I would say that shouldn't be a problem, because there should be this this accolade with beating the Easter egg on day one.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that'll always
reality
be a thing.
is,
Yeah.
let's be fucking honest. There is none. There is none. There is no like, oh my god, I did this day one. Holy crap, I'm him.
I don't know. I was pretty
It's
proud
not-
of our
it's not an
team when we went
accolade.
in and we did it.
It's not impressive. And you want another reason why?
Because
The
we're
one
all
thing
in this
that shows
together.
you, the one
Ton
thing
of
that
feet.
shows you that you completed the
Loves.
Easter egg early,
Yeah.
doesn't care if it's on day 1 or if it's on day 12 or day 15, as long as it's before directed mode comes out.
Yeah.
I think
But
I
actually,
think Modern Zombies could
director
learn a
mode
few
would
things or
be
two
that.
from Destiny.
No.
I think it could.
Wait, hang on though. You actually mentioned director's mode. Director mode is essentially kind of what you're talking about, like an easier mode for people to complete the Easter egg and everything, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, but just like the difficulty of standard mode.
Yeah. Do you really think it should be changed though, like halfway through?
Doesn't it already get that
Well,
change?
I mean, if they are fixing stuff, but to me, it seems like they've been listening to the community on some things. Other things they fix where it really doesn't need to be fixed, and people get mad about it. But I
when
don't
people
know.
get mad about fixes is because that they make massive fixes
Yeah.
very late into the season, very late into the maps already being launched to the public.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of speedrunners hate the way that they've been handling both Terminus and Liberty Falls
Yeah.
since they came out and launched. Treyarch have mismanaged them until we yelled at them about it.
Yeah. See, I get
So
like making
they
fixes
know
to
now.
stuff that
They know
needs
how
it,
to
but
prioritize that stuff.
like,
But
if
the lifetime
Treyarch-
of a map between its launch, the next map, and then that middle corner, that middle stone in between where that directed mode comes out, in my eyes, I see a timeline. And they can use that timeline to chunk things out.
Yeah.
I think right now they're not really mostly using the timeline for difficulty adjustments, because as we saying, it's based off of player feedback. For
Yeah.
the most part, I think they're mostly using the timeline right now to insert LTMs. I think that's what they're doing.
Well, they are focusing on that a lot, yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like when Treyarch releases a map that it has, when they initially release it, that's how I feel like that's how the game is supposed to be. Like if it's this difficulty, that's now what I expect of it. And I don't know. I guess maybe I just lock in on that. But
That's fair.
I'm curious
Yeah,
to
that's
hear,
fair.
Carpal. What is your thoughts? Will
Yeah,
you be the
Carpal.
tiebreaker here?
Yes.
I'm just curious. What do you think about that?
Like, okay, we're still on about Evan's whole thing about it being easier, which I'm completely with Notlad here. I think
Oh.
that's
Narmo.
yeah, no, that would like
The difficulty of the map, you think that it should stay very close to the way that they intend it from the get-go? Is that what you're
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Because I feel like if they nerf it, it would devalue my completion of it.
Yeah,
my
see,
early
that's
completion
what I
of
was
it.
getting at. Yeah,
Gotcha.
that's how
Okay,
I feel about it too. But
What I would rather them do is I would rather them like give a personalized reward to the first team or something.
Yes.
Like along that
Yes.
that would be
That
nice.
I
actually.
100%
I like
agree
that.
with.
line. I
Because
don't think
that
they should change
really
the
makes that
difficulty.
day one completion
Yeah.
special. Even
Yeah,
more
'cause
than the
everybody can get
difficulty.
the stuff
Exactly.
from completing it.
Yeah. There's no
Yeah.
incentive to beat it on day one other than if you're a content creator, you make a guide, or it's
Mhm.
like, I beat it day one, let me carry you guys, that type of thing, right?
Yeah,
It's
and I do
there's
want to
no
make
incentive
this.
to beat it on day one.
I do want to make this a point. Although my opinion oh my gosh, I can't say that word. My opinion is different than Wistful's take on that. I do really appreciate your take on it, Wistful, because it is really interesting to hear that you have this take on it, where it's like it gets a little easier over time, and because we can have like these discussions on stuff, it makes me think about it, and then it makes me see like, you know what, that is an interesting take, and I don't
Yeah.
know, it just really brought something I never thought about. But
I will be transparent. My opinion of this is heavily swayed by this other game that I find myself playing a lot that does a lot of things right.
it Destiny
that COD
2?
is still not doing.
I feel it's
to the
Destiny
peak.
2. It's definitely Destiny 2.
Imagine.
Uh-huh. You're as
But,
bad with Destiny 2 as I am about Cool Ranch Doritos, my man. Have you heard about the Cool Ranch taste of Cool Ranch Doritos? Yeah.
Oh, it's a good thing that I'm eating dinner after this.
Yeah, it's good. Sorry. Yeah, but Destiny 2, quality game. That's what I understand about it. Mine has not functioned yet, but I hope to try it soon.
I hope you do get to try it soon as well.
I'd love to.
Especially before summer.
But you got to get into that Marvel Rivals, because apparently even Milo had some stuff to say about that in his update video, where it was like Marvel Rivals has been doing insanely well, but for some reason they kicked their developers. The developers that created it, they started kicking them out of the project. So I don't know what's going on there, but here they have a product that's really doing well, and that was Milo's whole point, was that they were doing so well, but yet they're getting rid of their developers and stuff, and they made this amazing game, so why are they doing that? It's like, didn't make any sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways,
sounds very
I haven't played it yet, so I hope to.
I have never played Marvel Rivals. I have no plans of playing it in the near future. It's like Overwatch, right? Supposed to be competitive multiplayer. Yeah,
just by Marvel with their own takes.
I've gone through some phases in my life as a gamer, trying to get into multiplayer where I can. COD has never worked out. I've tried Halo.
Yeah. You're pretty good with Halo though.
There's got to be a passion, and big lack of that recently.
Really?
I tried Knockout City. That was nothing but toxic. So I'm glad I left that. Yeah, I like PvE.
I do too. PvE. I'm with you on that one.
I like co-op. I don't like fighting people.
No. Well, I will say, Black Ops 3 prize fighters, dude, you did not want to mess with me. I was
except
the king.
For like fighting games.
I do agree with Purple though. I think, and you hear this in marketing all the time for so many games these days. Yeah. Cooperative play, playing with your friends. That is one of the. It's not the best way to play games. It is one of the best ways to play a game.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to be that guy. I'd be like, oh my god, if you're not playing with friends, what are you doing? You're playing. You're not playing to the most fun. Mm-hmm. Some games are fine solo. They are completely fine solo. I don't know why. I just feel like, I some agree people with you might get upset at me for saying that, but I really don't care because I feel strongly that some games are fun solo.
There are some that are like that. Like for instance, we did Buckshot Roulette. I strangely did not feel like the multiplayer mode was as eventful as I wanted it to be.
Yeah.
If you played it as solo, I think it's a lot more fun just by yourself.
I would agree.
But it's slower. I feel like the thing that made it more fun for me was just our personalities in there. But yeah. Yeah. It's like the people you play with make it fun. But if you're just playing with just maybe some random people or something, it's not as fun. It's really slow because the people got to decide what item they're going to use. And then it just, I don't know. It just didn't hit the way I felt it should.
That game relied so much on its solo experience to build an atmosphere. Co-op, the atmosphere is 100% on you. It's like after the cutscene plays and you're in that forward circular table, game's on you.
Yep.
It's on you. The only thing that the game adds in to like help out with building the fun and atmosphere and stuff is the random items. That's it.
I do appreciate some of those concepts.
The co-op of Buckshot Roulette, it feels like you're playing a board game. It kind of does.
Yeah, it does actually. Yeah. So mostly I think it just depends who you do it with, but I can definitely feel that. There's a lot of games that I feel like playing it solo is a lot more fun for me. And recently it's kind of been that way with zombies, which I used to always want to play with people in zombies and stuff like that, but in the more recent years, I kind of like just going in a map by myself for some reason. I don't know why that is though. I can't explain it to you.
It is wild, and I bet you started feeling this way around the time when MWZ came out, right?
Yeah, it kind of was, yeah. I don't know. It kind of just
dude.
lost
If only you were younger then, you probably would have given MWZ a little
Yeah,
bit more
you
of a
youngsters,
chance.
my gosh.
Yeah.
Back in my day. No, I'm not going that route
Actually,
again.
I would wait. This is gonna be a little bit of a breaking thing here, but I guess
Oh,
technically I was younger than you when I was playing MWZ. I guess technically so. So
technically
I
it would
got
be, yes.
lucky.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. It's just been happening recently, and it's just like I might try to maybe play the Tomb with other people, but I'm not as excited as I was when I was playing like say like Black Ops 3 and I getting multiplayer crew, or Black Ops 2 especially, and getting a crew in that. Like I really felt that felt fun to me. I don't know. Something's different, and I can't put my finger on what it is, but yeah, just certain games, yeah, I feel going in solo. I appreciate that much more. But anyways, I'm going to sway us to our next topic because this is kind of a big one, and I want to try to get through this one as quick as possible.
Okay.
But these are the improvements that Black Ops 6 did recently, and there is a huge list. But before I touch base on this, because this comes a little bit before it, just recently, and today might be the last day for it, but there is the Terminator event that is happening. And first of all, I have never been so excited to get a skin in my life. I've been counting my pennies, saving up my dimes, because they have Arnold Schwarzenegger on there on the screen, and then you can also get the T-800. You get this all in one pack, the 2 characters you can play as, and I want to play as the Terminator, man. I've never been so excited for a skin in my entire life, and I hate myself for it. But I love it. And then
Yeah,
the event
I'm a
had a
meh
bunch of extra
on
stuff that
on
you
the
could
skin.
get.
I'll
Like
be
they
honest.
gave an exclusive calling card that I have on my player identity right now, and I love that one. It's an animated one of the T-800, and I love it so much. And they gave you like a little robotic eye charm too, and I love that. Just cool stuff like that. I do appreciate the game is doing that. They gave a new weapon as well, and I already unlocked it, and I got it. I got it now too. I cannot remember what it's called though. But it's like it's an LMG, but it looks more like an assault rifle. It's a crazy weapon. I think that's the one at least. But I'm excited to try it. I am actually really thrilled. I have been actually enjoying just earning the stuff from these events. And when you went into the game, every time you picked up a skull, it made like a little nuclear explosion. Kind of like that detail too. That was kind of a neat thing. But those were what you gained in order to unlock the pack. So I actually really like that event. I like Terminator, and I think it's mostly just because it is Terminator. I think that's the thing that really got me going crazy about that. But I just was curious if you guys were in the game to see that, if you were excited to get that skin as well. And
I have not graced my eyes
I
on my own
am
screen with any of that.
probably I am probably a bigger fan than you, and I
highly doubted.
to this day I don't give a shit about like cosmetics, so I'm not gonna buy it.
Not
But
even the Terminator.
I'll
You wouldn't do it?
I'll gladly play with you and admire that you bought it.
Respect for Carpal.
Admire
Don't give in
my
to the
T-800.
greed. Yep. Respect.
I mean, this is one of the more expensive packs that they've offered, especially being there's 2 playable characters that you get in it. But it is at like, what is it, 3,000 points or something like that, or 3,000 COD points, which comes out to like almost, was it? It's over $20. I know that for sure.
Jesus.
So yeah, it's pricey just for a cosmetic and a few like gun camos and stuff, and I'm sure the weapons probably will be a little better. But they do also have for the GS45s a custom skin for that, and I do kind of like that.
Is it a blueprint?
Yeah, it's a blueprint for GS45s. So
Is there
I
an
kinda like
attachment
it.
on it that makes it go akimbo?
I don't know. I'm not sure about that just
If
yet.
it did,
I haven't bought it yet,
we
so
would
I
have
don't know.
benefited from that about a few months ago. If you remember, you know.
Yep.
If you know, you know.
That boss battle, baby.
What? No, the Melee Macchiato thing.
Nah. The boss battle.
The
What is he
Okay.
on about?
No, I was talking about Citadel, but no, you guys talking about something different.
Wait, Carpal, do you remember the Melee Macchiato thing?
Are you talking like getting ammo for your akimbo? Is that it?
No, I'm
From,
talking
Melee
about
Macchiato?
putting your loadout weapon in your melee slot, and then it has
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, I
quadrupled
knew
the
about that. I
damage.
just didn't know
Yeah,
what you were
and you
getting at.
couldn't have akimbo GS45s because there wasn't a blueprint that had that attachment.
Ah, okay. I guess I didn't try that.
That's what
I
I'm
didn't know about that.
saying. Yeah. Before they patched it, though.
Ah, here I thought you were talking about going with the GS45s against the Citadel boss. Good times. Good
Yeah.
times.
Sadly, not the meta.
But,
But
Yeah, that
Okay. Well, I was just
they're kinda bad.
curious about that. The other thing, and this was part of the update as well, and something else, but they are bringing a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles update. Where how this one is gonna work? It's gonna be another what is it? LTM as they refer to. It's gonna be another event, much like what was that? Squid Games, the Squid Games event that they had. It's gonna be the same thing. Once again, if you buy the characters from the store, and this was something Milo was going on about, if you buy the characters from the store, apparently they give you some extra bonuses, like to actually they benefit your gameplay, because like the turtles, because they have a shell on their back, it acts like almost like a zombie shield. So you're defended from the back if you're hit from behind. And this was making people upset because
it makes me upset hearing about this now.
It's like a buy to win kind of scenario. And I agree. I don't like it. I think that kind of sucks. Also, they're selling all the turtles separately instead of in a pack together, which also is disappointing.
Why wouldn't
just because it's like they're basically all turtles, just they look slightly different. So what's the point of buying all of them separately, you know? I'm quoting Milo on this, so these aren't my words. These are Milo's words.
Wait. Milo just said they're basically all just turtles. They just have different colors.
Yeah, well, it says it's basically the same character. It's just they're slightly different, you know?
Or however expensive it was for the color blue on my turtle, bro.
Yep. Yeah, pretty much. Because I don't think they give you anything else. I think Master Splinter gives you something different, though. But, yeah.
Oh my god.
That was it. Yeah, I just listened to it today.
I mean, is he wrong though? Like,
is he wrong?
No, I don't disagree with him at all. Like, I feel like that's very much true, and I don't think I'm gonna buy them, to be honest with you. Like, I like the idea that it could give you an added benefit. But
I grew up with Ninja Turtles. Why wouldn't I spend $25 for a microtransaction skin that does one tiny thing to my gameplay experience that only works for an LTM, by the way. An LTM.
Dude, I get the point you're making, but I'm still buying that T800. I'm still going for it. And that doesn't give me any benefits as far as I'm aware.
Yeah.
Dude, I just want that one. I just want it so bad.
Oh my goodness.
But see, they got me. They got me in it. I couldn't believe it. I would have... Like, normal character cosmetics,
desires.
I don't really care. But they brought in the Terminator. How could I say no to a classic like that? Oh.
I mean, that's your choice, but...
It is, and I hate myself for it. That's it. But, yeah, so that was one of the things that's coming up. And there's like a whole event, maybe a game mode or something that's coming up for this again as well. I don't know what it's like, but all I've been hearing is that the community is not in favor of it. So I don't know what's going to happen with it. I don't know if Treyarch's going to mess it up again like they did with the Squid Games thing, but we'll see, I guess. But besides that...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Based off of everything that they've said so far, it sounds terrible. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It sounds horrible.
Yeah, it's not... Like, even Milo was saying, like, the chance to earn characters, and I agree with this too, like, the chance to be able to earn some of these, like, playable characters, especially if they have, like, benefits for you in-game. Like, I much prefer to earn it than to have to buy it, you know?
Like why make us pay? Dude, like...
Yeah.
Give us an incentive to play the LTM enough and do challenges to make it easier, giving us the reward.
That would actually encourage me to play the LTM.
I don't understand why they... Like, it's...
I will admit,
very questionable decisions right now.
Like these side events they have, like the one I was just describing for Terminator, they did have stuff that you can unlock, including a new weapon, the calling cards and stuff. Like, I like that. That gave me incentive to play the game more. and to want to unlock that stuff. But they need to have more things that really pull a person in. Like a playable character is a big deal, you know, for a lot of people, not everybody, but like to have something like that to draw you in. That's a good motivator, you know, and it gets people more engaged with the game. It gets them playing, and isn't that kind of what Treyarch wants? They want more people playing their game, getting interested in it, you know.
That's what any gaming company wants their players to do. Play more.
So yeah,
more players.
It just surprises me they don't do that more. But that's just a side thing. But
yeah.
Anyways, this is what I wanted to get into, the fixes that they've done, and there has been a lot of them. I'm looking at a huge list. The majority was done in the Tomb. There was also some done in Citadel, which apparently a lot of stuff that did need to be fixed, and some stuff I had no idea was even a thing. Starting off though in the Tomb, they were talking that apparently the shock mimics were glitching people and pushing people out of the bounds of the map. I don't know if you guys had any issues with that, but
not surprising in the least.
It's almost the same thing as like the amalgams.
Similar to the amalg. I wouldn't be surprised if that was also a thing for mimics.
Yeah. And there was also like, this is the one I was really happy to hear they fixed, but they addressed an issue where the Sam trial reward chest would disappear after you completed it. Like if say it was time for the machine to move to a new location, maybe you just completed a challenge and you got your chest, but then all of a sudden it would just disappear right in front of you. I hate that so much. It's like you worked hard to get it and it takes it away, but
and then it takes it away from you. Yeah, I'm glad that they made that fix.
That's one fix nice. They made for the entire game. They also did another thing with shock charge. Oh, what was it? A shock charge would cause the ice staff to get stuck in its charging, which is crazy. Maybe that is why I had such a horrible time with the weapon when I got it the first time. Because we didn't talk about this yet, but yeah, I didn't like the Wonder Weapon. I did not like the ice staff. It would sometimes be effective and other times it wasn't. Like I would be charging it up, but it wouldn't shoot its ultimate ability all the time.
That's because
like,
the ice staff does not visually communicate to the player well enough when it's charged. That is just a fundamental issue with the Wonder Weapon. I've heard Milo address this. I agree. It's terrible.
Yeah,
it's terrible.
I don't disagree with that at all.
Have a mental clock in your head to be able to tell when it's charged. It's stupid.
Yeah. Well, for me, I was holding it for a long time, and I made sure to hold it for a long time because it wasn't working just holding it for a short period of time. Yeah. So I made it a point to start like holding down the trigger for a long time, and then I would release it, but it seemed like it was almost every 3 shots it would have its ice storm. So it was super random for me when I went into the boss battle. Sometimes it would freeze, it would do its ice cloud and freeze everything, but other times it just wouldn't. And it got me into a lot of precarious situations. So I thought, in my eyes, I didn't like the Wonder Weapon that much. It was cool. It had its perks, and it's cool to see it.
For you. Yeah, I can see why you would not like it then. Yeah.
But you guys didn't have
especially
that,
before the nerf. Yeah, it was just the best Wonder Weapon ever.
Wow,
like nothing's better than it.
So no issues with it, huh? You didn't have that same like randomness.
0 issues with the charged up version of it at all.
Do you know? Jesus. Not Lad.
Yeah,
that's your name.
My name is not Jesus, but thank you.
Your name is not Lad. Did you know about the did you know about the hand cannon glitch that they patched recently?
I did hear about that. I never got in the game to try it though.
Does it still work with the War Machine? Have people tested that?
I have no idea, but they patched it for the ice staff. That is gone. So
yeah, I do know the hand cannon for sure, but I didn't hear about the War Machine.
There was a separate number for the Mangler cannon. I don't know if anyone tested that.
Actually, was that one of the updates here? No, I think that was a previous update, but yeah, I did hear about them fixing the hand cannon one.
Okay.
Which it sounded really cool. I actually really wanted to try that. That sounded dope.
I remember posting a YouTube short to my channel talking about how the ice staff is broken and how it callbacks to Black Ops 2 with the original ice staff.
Mhm.
and how there was a glitch with it that worked similarly.
Yeah.
It was too broken. It was too
I
broken.
can imagine. I saw
Yeah.
somebody playing with it. It did damage, but when you're going in with 4 people, there's a lot of stuff spawning in. So I felt like,
I
that
mean,
is a
you only
great
have 2
glitch.
staffs on the map, so
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, there was a bunch of other stuff that I didn't even know was happening behind the scenes. Like apparently for the Easter egg, except when you're on top of that floating rock, people were getting stuck on it and it wouldn't let them
What?
down. Uh-huh.
Like it wouldn't
Yeah.
dump them? What?
Yeah. It says addresses an issue, or sorry, not that one. Yeah, addresses an issue where players could get stuck when jumping down from the floating rock during the Wonder Weapon upgrade quest. Yeah, that's kind of it's interesting. I didn't know that was a thing.
Dude, I have not heard of that. I've heard of skill issues from so many people, including
You
certain
mean just
content
land
creators that
dying
are
because
well known.
misdoing the step.
Of them saying, "Bro, I'm just falling to my death. What the heck?" And everybody was just getting their symbols wrong. Everybody was. I remember that so freaking well. I had to tell Evan that in his stream. I had to tell that to a couple of people that I was playing with.
Mhm.
Yeah. It was really funny because
For a second, I thought you were
everybody
calling out
thought that
Dan
it was
there, but
bugged. Everybody thought it was bugged. I remember when I first was doing it, I was doing that step in our game, and I was like,
Were you?
why am I doing this wrong? What's going on here? And then I just realized, oh, yep, it's one of the 3 symbols that I got wrong. And it was that moment that I was like realizing I just had a skill issue. That was all me. That wasn't the game. That was me. And
I'm
then everybody
throwing
else had the
Dan
same thing
under
that
the
happened to
bus a
them,
little bit
except
on this
they
one,
all genuinely
but
thought it was the game. It was not them when it
the
was in
guy-
fact them.
The guy we chose to do that was Dan, so I'm throwing him under the bus slightly. But he died so many times to not getting the symbols right. But he got it eventually, and we made
He
we
didn't
made the stuff
have
happen.
the
But it
free
just
faller augment on stamina up. That's crazy.
no, he died many times. But we always had somebody go and revive him. But we were still figuring it out. I don't know if we knew right away that the symbols on the rocks were what we needed to input. I'm pretty sure we did figure that out. I'm pretty sure I figured that out pretty fast.
There were symbols
but-
on the rock. Well, I mean, you have to
Yeah.
shoot those before you can even.
Oh yeah,
like,
I mean
input
just
them.
using the symbols again on the stones in front of the portal doors, in order to get to the floating rock, for the upgrade quest for the staff.
This is gonna sound kind of weird, but is that
Yeah, it
not
already does.
intuitive?
What do you mean?
Like you shoot the 3 rocks that contain the symbols in the sky inside the dark ether. You find the fast travel portal at one of the parts of the map that needs those 3 like symbols in the wall. I feel like it's intuition to shoot those 3 symbols.
No,
Yeah.
I think
Okay,
we
maybe you're
did
talking about
figure
something
it out right away. I think I figured it out right away, honestly. I think I was the first one to suggest that. But I think we did. I think we're misreading one of the stones. Like we got one of the symbols mixed up and
so you
Dan
had
kept dying
you had the
because
exact
of it.
same thing that
So-
happened to you that happened to me.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much just
I was
that.
gonna
It was
say,
just
like, that
one
that
mistake, I'm
seems
pretty
like
sure.
it's of all the steps in Easter eggs and zombies, and sometimes I know they make no sense. This was one of them that was
No,
just
actually, this,
Emote.
incredibly intuitive.
These
Inspect
went-
your weapon.
Okay.
no,
Thanks,
no.
Wistful, tell me honestly that inspecting your weapon in front of the door was not also a valid thing to try.
We definitely tried
honestly.
it. We did try it. We did. We
I
had to
mean,
rule that out.
It is valid now because
Yeah,
Citadel,
that's what I thought.
but
That's what I thought.
Yeah, we did actually try to inspect the weapon, even like the upgrading of the ice staff. When we came over to that area in the center, I tried inspecting the weapon to make sure it wasn't like a step like that. So yeah, we learned from our past mistakes.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, no, we inspected the fuck out of the ice staff everywhere.
yeah, what an odd step though. I cannot believe that you did that. It's cool for sure. That was definitely a cool step, but to figure that out though, Ugh.
was a pain. It was
can
it was a
imagine,
night.
yeah.
It was
It
nightmare
hurt. It
fuel.
hurt my soul figuring out that's what we needed to do.
It was so silly, so stupid, so simple.
Well, now it looks simple, but it wasn't simple
mean,
then.
It
Ugh.
was though. It was if you're on controller, it was you push left on the D-pad twice in a row.
Yeah, the
If
action
you're
of doing
gay,
it,
you
but I
push
mean,
one button. It's so simple.
the thought process of getting to that, like, we've never had it in a game before.
True.
And what was going to clue us in that was the
True.
next thing? There was no big voice in the sky saying,
True.
why don't you expect your weapon? It's like, yeah. There's nothing like that.
Where's the
Nothing.
intel for that, Trey?
This is
Exactly,
so
right?
base. This is so unbelievably base.
It's such an
Archibald's just
obscure
like
step.
press left on your D-pad. No.
Yeah, but no, I didn't feel that way with the tomb. Everything seemed to connect except for the lanterns. The lanterns were really random in the way that they worked.
I'm just
and-
imagining Fletcher right now.
Man,
we didn't know there
Or-
was
or
a time
Blanchard,
limit
yeah,
with the
Blanchard.
lanterns either.
Yeah.
Actually, that's another thing. Did you guys know there was a time limit with the ice lanterns or the ones we needed to freeze?
Not until we got the news.
did you guys
we didn't know that
the
either.
game will soft lock if you finish the final lockdown and don't go into the boss within 5 minutes?
Wait, really?
Wait,
No, actually.
At least on launch.
I wonder if that was something they fixed. I don't think so.
that is
I'm not sure.
dumb.
But Penguins gave me a disclaimer. We have to save this lockdown. We can't do it yet because otherwise a timer will start. And if you don't do it in time, you're unable to even get the prompt to like teleport everyone to the boss arena. It just soft locks.
Yeah. I'm
That's,
sorry. I was
so-
looking at
that's
the
about as cringe
looking at the update
as
sheet here, but
that photo that you had to pick up to start the boss fight in D Machine. That
Oh,
sounds
God,
about
yeah. Oh,
just
that
as
too.
cringe.
I just
sorry.
read
What's the situation
something.
with the photo?
You know, you
Oh.
listen to that last cutscene from that Dark Ether Rift thing, and then it spawns that photo.
Yeah.
And if you didn't pick up that photo and you let it just sit there, it would eventually despawn, soft locking the Easter egg.
That's crazy. Okay, I didn't
Remember
know that.
that?
That is wild.
Yep.
Strangely, no. Strangely, I don't think I ever had any issues with that one.
It will. Well, I mean, you probably had no reason to let it sit and dwell.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah,
I
guess
don't think
never
I
did that.
ever
I
did
don't think-
too. I just heard
No.
that it was an issue from many
I mean,
people.
it's a
I
and,
didn't know about
uh,
that. Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
Polaroid, isn't it? It's like a Polaroid picture. Maybe it'll like become more
think.
clear if you let it sit. I don't know.
No. It was the UI. It was the fact that it was.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Okay. I was.
Man, how'd you go in there? Yeah.
He was like, I have no idea what you're talking about. So I was like, I may as well explain what I mean when I'm talking about this, because it was Cold War chicanery, not BO6 chicanery.
Yeah. This was also another interesting thing that was fixed that should improve the entire game as a whole, but